Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever it is, or wherever I am. Who'd have thought that the first Thailand rant would come so soon? So, a few points of order. Thailand hotel beds tend to be rock hard, because that is what Thai people prefer. They prefer a block of concrete to something that's actually comfortable. So I finally got through to the hotel to fit me a mattress topper, so I've got one just there behind you, and we will try it out tonight. It'd be nice to wake up after 7 or 8 hours sleep as opposed to every half hour with pins and needles. That's my phone going off. So a few points to think about while you're playing golf in Thailand. Number one, take your hat into the shower with you after the round and wash it. Trust me, it's a very good idea, because tomorrow it will stink to high heaven. My shoes are down the other end of the room and I can smell them from here, so that's another thing. I'm going to have to go out and buy some spray for my shoes. So that's the first thing, wash your hat and spray your shoes. Second is you need to go to the golf course with lots and lots of small notes. 20 baht notes, 50 baht notes, 100 baht notes and 10 baht coins. The thing is, you're going to go to the drink stop often and you're going to be burning through a lot of small notes. You cannot go to a drink stop and buy a bottle of water and a bottle of green tea or whatever your preference is for something with flavour and expect to get a nice smile for handing over a 1,000 baht note for something that's going to cost you about 60. You know, so you're going to burn through lots and lots of notes, small notes. And the same with tipping the locker room staff as you leave. Yeah, you tip them 40 baht, something like that, less than £1. They keep the place topped up and clean and tidy, and you know, you just burn through these things. I've played golf with two people who basically didn't think ahead, and all they had was 1,000 baht notes. So they were forever borrowing throughout the entire round, which then kind of like left me short. So it's as annoying as hell. So here, afternoon, I'm back from the golf. I've emptied the camera, I'm charging the battery, I'm answering a few comments on YouTube, I've got laundry to take out. But from now until tomorrow morning, my aim is to collect as many small notes as I can from restaurants and shops or whatever I'm doing this evening, so I've got them tomorrow. So small notes is what you need. Now the actual rant. I got an old caddy this morning and I thought, great, I've got an old caddy, she's going to look after me well. And she just didn't. It was cart path only, which is the hardest golf to play. It's incredibly difficult because you're on the cart path, you can't see your ball, you don't know how far it is to the green, and you've basically got to grab a few clubs and wander across, find your ball, laser it, and then hope that you've actually got a club that will fit the job. And today we just didn't have the correct clubs. The other thing she would do was grab my umbrella, and then she was marching across with my umbrella tucked under her arm, and I'm thinking, I need that. It was so hot today in the sunshine. And she never parked me in the shade. You know, there are trees down the cart path casting shade. So when you get approximately to where your ball is, you park in the shade. You wait for the green to clear, then you head out. I was parked in the damn sunshine all the time. At one point, I just reached across, I flipped the golf cart into reverse, and I put my foot on the accelerator and grabbed the wheel and started backing it up. And she stopped me. I said, shade, shade. You know, I'm only talking about 20. So I just got out the golf cart and just walked back 20 yards and stood in the shade. But to sum up the day, we finished the round, we came back to the front of the clubhouse huge veranda, huge square patch of shade. She drove straight through it, 30 yards out the other side, into full sun. See, when you finish your round, you've got to count all your clubs, make sure you've got all your valuables, make sure there's nothing left in the golf cart, make sure that you've got all your head covers, because they do have this habit of taking out all the head covers and putting them in the bin at the back of the cart. I make them put the head covers back on. If they do that to me, I put them back on. You know, there's guys out here who've got a Ping driver from 1998 and they don't care. It's all battered, it's all paint chipped, they don't care. But if you care about your equipment, your woods and your putter, and you've got head covers for them, you just got to get them to put the bloody head covers back on and basically give them a no. I'm not one of these guys who don't care. Especially, you know, I mean, what do drivers cost these days? If you're paying £500 for a driver, you want the damned head cover on it, don't you? So yeah, today's round of golf was very difficult because of the cart path. It was very difficult because of the sun and not having an umbrella because it kept disappearing. What made it even more difficult today was doubt. The amount of doubt my caddy put in my mind. So I've played the course twice before, 2.5 years ago, and I can remember what I was taking off the tee. And I know that this time the fairways were as soft as, can I say cow shit on this? It was as soft as cow shit. So you would plug, no roll. So you could play a little more aggressively because you knew that your drive, whether it would be a driver or a 3-wood, was going to go splat, not a bounce and a roll and reach a hazard. So I'd be like, 3-wood, and she'd go, no, not 3-wood, 3-wood, no good, go in nam. Okay, 5-wood, and then I'm on the tee, and I'm thinking, this isn't a 5-wood, this should be a 3-wood. Or there was a par 3, I think, and I measured it, and it was sort of like 8 iron, and she's saying, no, 5 iron. Uphill, into wind, 5 iron. Yeah, there's no way this is a 5 iron. And we're kind of like, oh, okay, give me a 7 iron. And then you've hit a bad shot because your mind is not on execution. Your head is just full of, have I got the right thing in my hand? Am I doing the right thing? Should I try and hit it easy? Should I try and hit it hard? And you inevitably rack up a load of mistakes. And sadly, she couldn't read greens. I can't read grain. I'm useless. I can see it. You know, I can see that this is dark green, and so it's into the grain. I can see it's shiny, so it's down the grain. I can look at the hole, so I can see whether the grain's going right to left or left to right. But that doesn't turn into a aim point. I need the caddy to help me with the aim point. And today it was poor. What was funny, I had a putt that I think she said was right to left, and she pointed vaguely at some point out to the right of the hole, and I hit it too hard, so now I'm through. So if I've gone past the hole, then coming back, it's got to be the other curve. So if it's curved that way going out, it's going to curve that way coming back. And she said, no, it's that way. And you think, hang on a minute, how can it curve that way and then coming back curve that way? And there was just so much confusion on the greens. I really didn't hole anything today, which is a real shame. But there was 3 gents behind me, 3 Australians, and we sat in the bar together and we were having a good chat, and my taxi driver turned up, and I'm looking at my watch saying, you're an hour early, you know, I like to relax, get something to eat, have a drink. And what are you doing here? The caddy had phoned the taxi from the 18th apparently and told him to turn up. Such is life, such is life. So hopefully tonight I will get a really good night's sleep because I need one. Hopefully tomorrow I will have an exceptional caddy who will park me in the shade and look after me a bit better. See, when you come out here, out of the frozen north, after being in 5 or 6 degrees, and you hit that, which is 32 today, with no cloud cover, and the humidity bumps up the heat index, you really don't want to be stood out there in the sun very long, and I seem to have spent most of the day in the sun. So, where am I playing? Oh, Laguna tomorrow. That means the Lake Ball. Now there's 3 tees at Laguna and I'm playing it 3 times. So I'm wondering which set of tees the caddy will take me to. She'll look at this silver stuff and I'm absolutely certain she'll drive me to the forward tees. Okay, I'll play the forward tees, but the next time I go, I will play the middle tees, and the next time I go, I will play the back tees. What was good today is I saw quite a few seniors out on the golf course and they were playing forward off the reds. There's no roll on the ball. If you hit it 190 yards through the air, all you get is 190 yards. So it's good to see people taking the choice to play forward. And I will take the choice to move around a little bit. But Phuket Country Club fairways weren't cut. You know, it was so wet they hadn't got machinery on. I've got one more round there, and I think I should be emailing Golf Asian in due course and saying, can you get me somewhere else that day, please? Cheerio. Hope you're enjoying the cold at home. Bye.